Hello students, you are welcome to today's class. Today's class will be based on expansion and reduction. In our last class, we looked at um, translation. That means a box is here and then it moves from one location to another place and then it moves back. That was what we looked at in our first class. Okay, but in this class, we are looking at something different. We are going to be looking at expansion, meaning a box that is small becomes big and then it becomes small again. So you have a box of this size, say 200 by 200 px, transforming to become a box that is larger than it, significantly larger, and then returning back to becoming a small box. This is the animation we are going to be dealing with today, and that is our expansion and reduction. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, in this, of course, we are going to write code. So I will just leave our drawing of transformation somewhere here. Let's just do that. First of all, let me move the topic away from here. Let's see if we can move the topic closer to the edge, okay? And then we draw our stuff, just for references. So we have a small box becoming a big box and then becoming a small box again. Okay, so what code are we going to write for that? We are all familiar with our code structures, okay? It's not a big deal. We have done it over and over. So let us just start. Okay, we are starting our code structure. The first thing we always write when doing our code, of course, is always style. We start with the style tag and we end with the style tag. You are all familiar with this. After this, you define your class. Today we are going to call that square because I want us to deal with the expansion and reduction of the square. Of course, you can do that for triangle or circle, which we are going to see in the next class. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The first thing, of course, is width. We are familiar with our width, 200 px, our popular number. After that, we move to height. Our height, which will also be 200 px because we are dealing with a square, remember. And then we have our final one, which is the background color. And we know very well that all that is very interesting and beautiful. But you know this. So the background color here will be blue. Okay. The next thing we are dealing with after that is our animation. And then what would that look like? Our animation will be coming in a very beautiful way. We are going to call it expand reduce. Expand reduce. After that, 2 seconds, that's the time we are giving it, is going to be infinite and of course alternate, meaning to expand forever, continue expanding, small to big, small to big. Alternate means after small to big, it will do big to small to big to small, and continue back and forth forever. Okay, all right. So let's proceed. That's for what? The square. Now, let us deal with our keyframes. So we have at keyframes. The next thing we have, of course, is our expand reduce, which we are going to define now. And then, of course, our curly brace, which sets the stage for our walk. Next thing we have is toe. Now in this case, we are not going to define the starting point, we are defining the end. The system already knows the starting point. The starting point is a what? Is a 200 by 200 px square. We are going to tell the system where we want it to expand to in 2 seconds. And then the alternates that we put there will now tell it to reduce back again, I think within the same 2 seconds. So you get my point? Okay. All right. So 2 seconds to expand and 2 seconds it goes back, reversing that occurrence for eternity. And that's where the infinite comes in. So our 2 has its curly brace also, which we'll be dealing with. Okay. All right. Now, inside our 2, we are going to then use the keyword transform. And transform will have scale, which is size, and 2.5, which is how much larger than its original size it has to be. And then we define this. In order to see this, we define it with a D. Of course, we are familiar with that. So this is clear. Hope this is clear. We've defined our square. We've defined our animation. And we are defining the animation function, which is the expand reduce. And we are dealing with the final state, which is to transform to a scale of 2.5, 2.5 times the original size. The original size is 200 by 200. Okay, so let us call it into existence by dealing with div class, and our class is square. Within square, we have embedded animation, expand reduce. So we close our div, and then it's time to test the code. Ctrl A, Ctrl C, we do that. Let us take this code into the text editor. You're spying. Okay, there it is. Can we see? Isn't it beautiful? It's expanding and reducing because we have done what we are supposed to do. All right, this is it. Try it yourself. Your assignment is to create a red one that is also expanding and reducing. Use your scale as, you can use 1.5 for the first one. In the second one, do a green square that's expanding and reducing, and use your scale to be 3. So 2 class works. All right, enjoy yourself, have fun. That is me. I'm signing out. For those of you reaching us on YouTube, just call my number 081-3662-8035 in Nigeria, and you get the best coding classes, simplest coding classes, most effective coding classes. Thank you.